Okay, we are live. All right, happy Thursday, everyone. We have more new goodies to show you today. And let me see here. Get logged in. And there we go. Okay, make sure the sound is off. Okay, so I have a few new things to show you, and then there is something he is going to bring over in just a little. We might be quick today. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You know how it goes with me. All right. So first off, what I wanted to show you guys, okay, because I'm kind of excited about these. Actually, yeah, let's do this because, so I ordered these in on a bit of a whim. Oh, hang on, there's one more thing that came. I only got singles, but I want to show you guys and get your opinion, okay? Can I have those colored brushes? Colored brushes? Thank you. Where? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so we got in some interesting stuff from Studio Light with this delivery. And I'm kind of excited. I'm not sure if these were the first round of colors available in this release or if there are other colors and this was what was in stock or what. But these are the shades of paper pads, okay? So let's start with the solids. Now, you guys, this is phenomenal. So you get, let's see, these are 5.8 by 8.3 inches. And I guess it says 9 by 4 double-sided sheets. Yes, okay. So there are 36 sheets. 9 times 4, 36, right? 18 colors because the front has one color, the back side has another color. But what this also means is you get 4 of each sheet. But look at this, okay? How do you get 4? This is going to confuse me, isn't it? Oh, okay. Okay, it says you get 4 of each sheet. So like in the blues though, actually this is really fabulous because if you're looking at one side, these two, they're on the same page, okay? So that's why it looks like you might only get 2, but actually these two are the same. So what I love about these pads is the variety of colors that are in here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't order a ton, and a couple of these we are down to the last one, so I will get more ordered, but please, if you're interested, let me know. Here's why I didn't get too many. Because they call this a unicolor paper pad, and some of the paper pads that we have gotten in are paperweight, which isn't ideal, and so I wasn't sure what I was getting into. But this one is what I would consider a thin cardstock. So you know how like when you're looking for a chipboard and then like the black chipboard, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but the black chipboard that we carry that I love for lots of things is that nice, thick, sturdy black chipboard. And then Graphic 45 has a black chipboard that's quite a bit thinner, but still a chipboard. So sometimes you need thinner, sometimes you need less thin, I guess. So what I would say is this is not a card base weight, but it is a fine weight for doing layers and die cutting and all that kind of stuff. And you get all of those colors, okay, which is awesome. $8.50. So if you guys want these, I didn't take stock as to which ones only had a single color left. So let me know for sure. Okay, so I can make sure that we get enough ordered. So we have the shades of blue. We have the shades of pink. And I mean, like this color, you guys, this color is not a color that you see very often. But how cool is this to have two colors that are right in that same color family, but just a little bit different? So you can actually make some very cool gradients in your die cuts or things like that. Okay. And so I'll just kind of, I mean, they're not interesting to look at. They are all literally plain, but just so you get kind of a better idea of the colors in the book. Okay, so that's the pink one. And there is your color rainbow, which I think is pretty nice. Okay. And then we did shades of green. Now, shades of blue goes from blue to aqua. And I think shades of green goes from green to teal. Maybe. Mint, teal, I don't know. Depends on how you define those colors. But you can kind of see that these are, like the ones in the green pad are just a hint more green. I don't know if you guys can see that actually. In person, they are a hint more green than the blue ones. So, but you're still gonna get stuff in that color family, which is really nice. So there you can kind of see, well, I don't know what you guys can see. So, okay. So there's that. And here is your rainbow, okay? Let me see if I can do this with the blue one. I don't know. Let's do it this way. So maybe you guys will be able to see a little bit better. Is that going to show you? Oh, it might. You might be able to see that. Yeah. Okay. So that's those. And then we have shades of brown. So, you know, shades of brown is not like a really exciting thing to buy, right? You're like, ooh, brown. Yay, brown. But when you need a brown, they can be a little tricky to find. So, I mean, when you look at these are both very dark browns, but you can see actually, and you can see it quite well on the video, they're pretty different. So you've got a lot of brown variations in here. This one is like a really, what I would think of kind of as like a hickory smoke, because it's sort of a brown, gray brown. So yeah, not like crazy exciting for brown, but still really, really useful. Okay, so we have some of these in stock at the moment, but we did put them out this morning and they went pretty quickly. So I'll get some more. I'm just really, really pleased to find out that they are not actually paperweight in the paper pad. Okay, now those are the solids. These two are patterned paper pads. So still the shades, okay? So you still have this really cool rainbow, but you've got solids on one side, and then on the other side, you have nice petite patterns, okay? Now, the question for us, ooh, so this is interesting. Let me read the front here. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little different. You still get the 36 sheets. You're gonna get 18 different sheets times 2, whereas with this one you got 9 times 4, but it was 2 colors on either side, right? So that's why we're seeing 2. I don't know. Let's be honest. I'm not, oops. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking. Yeah, okay, this is my first time getting these in. I think they're really cool though. So what you're going to get in the 2 that you get for each of the 18, it looks like you're going to get the same color, but a small pattern. Okay, so this is where I think these are going to be really, like, really pretty helpful. Let me just see if I can zoom in just a little bit here so you guys get a good view. Hey, you guys. of the designs. Oh gosh, I love Zoom. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. So, there we go. All right. So you got the dots and the circles, and then circles in a slightly different color, and the lines. So I'll just kind of go through these relatively quick. I think you can see them pretty well on the video if I actually move it to the right part of the screen. Okay. So this pad is going to give you some solids if you are into that, but it also gives you these little patterns, which I know as a card maker, it's really nice to sometimes just have like a simple pattern that doesn't take over the card but adds that color that you need. So, but like with this one, you're not going to get a ton of the duplicates, but you will get a lot of variety. So that is the blue one, and you get 36 sheets for $8.50 on that one. And then this one is the shades of pink. And so again, you're going to have probably a similar type of a scheme here with the patterns, but I'll just go through it really quick so that you guys can take a peek. Okay, so I know the pattern ones, we got these ones checked in a little bit later, so we have these. I have, I don't know, a handful of these guys. And then these guys, I don't have as many in stock, but we'll be getting them back in. So, hi Renee! If you want those, definitely let me know so that I can make sure we get enough when they are available. Now, so we've kind of chatted about this, you guys. With the international companies, and I know when you guys look at some of the packaging too, it's like, oh, there's like no information about this, okay? So sometimes I don't order a ton of something because I need to see what it really looks like before we go all in. And so I want, oops, let me zoom back out here. Oops, wrong way. Whoa, right up in there. Okay. So these are a new set of blending brushes from Studio Light. And I'm going to actually open one. We're going to give it a try. There's a few other colors. They're coming out slowly, but they're coming out. Okay, so it just made me think of that disco song. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is it Donna Summers? I'm just guessing. I don't know. Okay. Diana Ross. Okay. I was thinking I would sing it, but then I thought maybe for everybody's sake I wouldn't. Okay, so these ones are $14.99, and you're going to get 6 different mini brushes. Okay, so these are small brushes, but it is all the shades of pink. So here's my thought on this, you guys. Let me just open this and take a look. Okay. For the most part, we have talked about with the brushes, right? So like a lot of times what we have, let me see if I can grab them. What we've had so far, and we do have some littler ones too, and they're white bases, the littler ones that we've had. I'm just getting stuff out for comparison. Nope, that's pastel. I don't know where those ones are. Not up there. Okay, anyway, they're about this size, but they're white, okay? So these are the ones that we've had thus far from Tailored Expressions, okay? So these are awesome. I love them. I love them. You guys see me use them a lot. Absolutely love them. The thing with this though, right, is one, I do really like this size of head. So doesn't have anything to do with it, but you have one pink. So what that means is you can use your dye inks, your distress inks, you can use your Altenew inks, you could use your Pink Fresh inks, those kind of things. But, okay, you tend to just be using one pink brush. So if you go from, Worn Lipstick to Picked Raspberry, then you're using the same brush. Then you have to get out all that Picked Raspberry to go back to Worn Lipstick, okay? That's for dye inks. It's what we've been doing. Now, with this set, we now have 6 shades of pink. And actually, Studio Light is putting out their own inks in this that match these exactly. I didn't get those in to try because I know we all have tons of inks, but I thought that, and so in the package, these are the stickers that go right here. However, if it's me, I'll tell you, what I'm thinking of is they have this in a nice white font, but you could just take your Sharpie and write the actual color. These are going to be phenomenal for our those blending series of inks that we have from, you know, Altenew and Pink Fresh. Let me see if I've got one handy, just kind of to show you what I'm talking about. Wow. Don't know where they, oh, don't know where those are, but as I was talking, these were the ones that we had. My black one, my black one. Oh, phooey. This comes from a lot of times when you wash it. If you wash it and dry it, the water gets down in that way. You're supposed to not dry it that way, but that is my error. Okay, well, I don't seem to have one handy. I do have one handy. I just don't know how my organization system is. So, at any rate, so we have a 4-pack of the inks, and they are in gradient colors. Now, we have brushes. So, if you have sets like that, you could actually label these with the color and the set. So you have 1 brush per, which means you can go continuously through it without a lot of cleaning. That's 1. Those are dye inks. 2, which I'm really excited about, because we haven't really had the option of having a dedicated brush for our oxides. You could do that, okay? You could make these for the oxides. So if you wanted to pick, like this one here is picked raspberry, okay? Let's say, what colors do I have? I'm just gonna grab a couple of pinks that I have here. And you just kind of, I don't think, I don't have all the pinks up here. Okay. Well, I just grabbed 4, so that's good. Okay, let me put this guy away. So what I would do is, and you know, you guys, this is me, right? This is how I roll. You guys can do that as you please. So that one is picked raspberry. So actually, this is why I love swatches. Okay, this one is pink flamingo, no kitsch flamingo, and then we have tattered rose, and we have, no, that's spun sugar, this is tattered rose. Okay, so now we have all these brushes, right? So what I would do is, just because I'm sort of like that, I would pick the one that I think goes as well with a color as, you know, anything else, right? So I might assign these for my oxides to be something like so. And then tattered rose, if there is, hi Dora, if there's an orange set, which I would have to go look at, there might be a really light orange set that matches that one better, maybe, maybe not. But, and this one could be, what's that? Pink red. What is it? Maybe like a festive berries. This one could be like an aged mahogany. I mean, you could do whichever colors you like as far as that, if you wanted to assign these to oxides. So as far as things go, they seem pretty similar. These ones have a nice rounded edge right here, okay? These ones are a little bit more squared off, which this is a bit nicer of a finish. However, you're getting 6 brushes for $14.99. So it's a really thorough set of brushes in the rainbow of one color. So here's the thing. I wanted to see first off what the quality was, and I do think that these are going to be pretty good because they're bendable. Yeah, I think these are going to be they're going to be perfect for what we need for shades of a color. Okay, so I'm really excited that these came out. Let me see. So they are, I'm just giving you guys kind of a comparison. So the little ones from these guys, unless there's been a price increase since I last checked, these ones are $18.99. Okay, so these are $14.99 for the same amount of brushes, and you get them in shades. So it's just different. It's how you use your products that you have on hand and what you need tools for. For me, I don't use oxides as much because of a lot. Well, for one of the reasons. I mean, there's a few reasons. I love the oxides. I don't gravitate towards them because every time here at the store that I do, I have to grab a clean foam because I don't know what the last foam was and I don't want to contaminate my pads. So I tend to just go for the ones that I can grab a green pad for or a green brush or something like that. It's just easier with kind of the chaos of our not so organized classroom. But this, to me, this looks like a game changer for those kind of things. So for layering ink sets and for oxides. So, and I would just write whatever colors I wanted on those labels. Okay, so that's those. Oh, well, I didn't do a very good job putting that back in, did I? All right, let me try this one again. Okay. Jeez, oh Pete's. Hold on. I'm not sure who put me in charge today. All right. Oh, that's because maybe it's supposed to go this way. Oh, wow. And I caught the, jeez. Like a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the craft room. Okay, so we have pink and we have turquoise, and I will have these here. You guys can come look at them if you're interested in kind of seeing how they work. And I will get together an idea of how many other colors there are because I know I'm pretty sure, I shouldn't say I know, I'm pretty sure I saw a blue one, maybe a green one, oh, purple one. Well, I should probably go check. So anyways, I think these are really awesome. All right. Next up, are you done with the Ciao Bella? Huh? Okay, well, could you just get, I just need prices, hon. Okay. Okay. And could you bring me the other 2 Studio Light stamps that are on the table that are in the kind of orangey packaging that are not the long skinny ones? Somehow I managed to not grab those. Okay. So funny. So my other half here, hi Teresa, my other half, he does most of the checking in and pricing of things, right? And so we have, we generally put our price tags on the back side at the store just so you get the full aesthetic. And it's really, it always makes me giggle because this happened with, I think, was it the rub-ons and the lasers for $49 a market? Because he's doing them so, he goes through so quickly that sometimes we get the price tag on this side, which to me, this is the side I'm hanging out. And this is the back side. So at any rate, there's the price, $10.99. But these are new ones, and I'm loving this, okay? Because these are so cool. And yeah, I'm trying to, Teresa. I am trying. They're so cool. So Northwest. So I'm going to see if I can get in here to show you guys some of that detail. We just pulled them out of the box. I haven't done any samples or anything with them, but oh man, look at how, I mean, there is so much detail in here. It's like crazy. So this one, you would think would be called like logs or something. It's called natural. And let's see, 7.5 inches-ish by 3. Okay, so this is a great size for doing slim lines, right? But it's also a really good size for doing cards, for mini albums, and even scrapbooks, because it's long enough, right, that you actually can make a border. And if you wanted to do a 12 by 12, okay, let's say you stamped this right here, and you want to do a 12 by 12 layout with this as the border, what you can do to extend it without, I mean, you can easily just stamp another part of it, right? It's not too big of a deal. But let's say you just wanted to extend the image. Then what you do is somewhere over where you put this as a border, kind of somewhere in your page, you put a picture, okay? And where that picture is, you cut the border and just extend it. That's going to give you a few more inches that you'll need to make this go to a 12 by 12. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I think these are really fun, and for Northwest stuff, hey, do you think we should hang these in the Northwest section maybe? Okay, well maybe we'll remember to do that. Maybe we won't, I don't know. I'm really trying to, I'm thinking we're gonna change things up a little bit more in the Northwest section to have kind of more foresty outdoors type stuff, because that is really, really Northwest. And then this fern, oh, and you've got that great text behind it. Isn't that fab? Oh, I love it. And you know, if you stamp these with a watercolor ink, look it, they're really easy to just do a quick watercolor on, okay? And that one. I mean, that's all they did on that wood, but look at those cracks. That's like awesome. So awesome. VersaFine Claire would be awesome on those two. All right. Now that's from the Grunge collection. Those guys were $10.99. And then these stamp sets, you guys, boom, $8.50. Okay. So these ones, we have the vintage labels, and you have this really cool, it's like kind of a fern frond, I think. It's not a feather, but it kind of gives you a really nifty border, right? You've got like a tag, and then this. How cool is that frame? So you've got the words, you've got the splats, and then you've got this frame label that can have words or an opening, or you could put a little, picture in there or whatever, okay? So, and no, there's not dies for these. But I mean, how cool is that, right? $50, a good price. I mean, even if you just had like the one project. Now, this one, I got extras of this one because again, $8.50. Oh, he put the price tag right over the very best one, I think. So we don't have a ton of stamps that are books, okay? So this one is really neat because it's an open book. The words are coming out of the book in the direction. Oh, he did put the price tag right over it, but it turns out I can just open the package. Hello. So you've got this stamp that has this really cool open book with these flowers, and you can kind of see how that comes about. Really kind of neat for, some artsy reading book type stuff. An awesome little background stamp. There's actually a number of really fun little background stamps, and you've got some tickets and the admit one. Look at this tiny little, look at that, for when you just need that little splat. And then you've got a $4.58. I don't know why they picked that number, but that's the number you get with the set. So, all right. Now, these ones, I thought were also pretty clear, pretty cool from these guys. And their stamps are, they are less expensive stamps than some of the others on the market. I will say that they stamp fine, okay? Are they as good as ones made in the U.S.? I don't know that I would say that, but for this size of stamp from a made in the U.S. company, you're looking at $19.99, give or take, okay? For this one, you're looking at $9.99. So, it's the $20 for a pattern. A big pattern like this is sometimes not what some people are looking for. So that's why I try to find different varieties. Now, that being said, I think this one's pretty awesome. So we have little dots, and remarkably, little dots can be tricky to find. So these ones are like a 5.5 inch square. So they'll go great on an A2, okay? And then we also have, what is this one called? I think it's called the big stripes, and this one's called thin stripes. So we have two different stripes, but you know what's fun about the stripes? And they show you this on the back. You can create a gingham if you can turn it, you know, perfectly, or you could create this little grid that is so cute. So these ones are here. I think they're really useful, especially like, you know, sometimes you just need like a tone-on-tone pattern that's just a little bit of something. This with your Versamark, or even like an ink pad of the same color, something like that, that will be fabulous. So those are there. And then we have some dies, which I have not cut yet, but let's see. I think this one, I don't know that I need to open it, but okay, so this one is actually going to create a pocket. So what you have here is you have a flap. That is a score line. That's going to fold down. You have this flap, and you can put like a stitched design over the pocket if you want to, and you can actually create a flapped pocket. Or you don't have to have the stitching in, but this stitching, how fun is that with the little loop? I love it. But you guys, you also get this little, these little tabs on here. So what happens is you can fold the tabs. I probably fold them inside, but I guess it sort of depends on what you're doing with the pocket as to what side you want to do, because if you fold them inside, things can catch when they slide in, right? But but if you fold them on the outside, you might see them, but you could probably cover it with your matting pieces right there. So I think this is a really cool set, very versatile. And this die, whether you use it with the pocket or with like literally anything else, creates a little thumb hole. And you guys, look at those tiny, tiny little things. Oh, they're so cute. Those are your rivets. So in like a gunmetal type color or a brass metal or something like that. Oh, I just love things like this. It makes me so happy. Okay, so that's the pocket. Now, this one is called an ATC card pocket. I have not necessarily put this together, but in looking at it, right, you cut the main pocket. These inside pieces here, these are all your matting papers. So that's one of the things we've talked about with Studio Light dies before, is they give you the shape and then they give you the matting paper or the matting dies so that you can very easily decorate your thing. The pocket is $18.99. Okay, so what you would do is you'd cut out your main shape. This folds up, you tuck those tabs in, that's how it adheres, and then this can be your fold over. So you've got this, you tuck that in, right? Folded it up for the pocket, and this comes over. So there's lots of cool things you can do with that. This one is also $18.99. For mini book people, how fun is this going to be to add to some of your pages so that you have that interactive element where you can hide some things, okay? Oh, things like that. Okay, those two. Next up. All right, kind of ordered these on a whim. I wasn't sure. They're going to be sold together. He didn't price it that way, but they're going to be sold together, okay? Because this is a really unique concept. So I'm going to have you guys disregard these prices. I will have a bundle price here for you. Give me just a second, because I think these are really neat. And we may end up, if I have time, I might just do one of these so we can see. Now, for the record, I haven't actually watched any videos or seen how to do this. But, says instructions for interactive projects are inside the cutting dies package. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, look, it's a little booklet. Hey, there we go. Okay, choose if you want to use flower 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Cut the flower 7 times out of your paper of choice. Cut the amount of decorating leaves. Stamp and color all the elements using the clear stamps. Fold all of the flowers and glue one side to create a flower with 6 sides. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like when we're folding the flowers, it is a mountain valley kind of a thing. And then it says, look at the drawing to see how you can glue the flowers together to create a pop-up bouquet. Decorate your bouquet with the leaves. Fold the bouquet flat and put glue on one side of the bouquet. On the top of the middle petal, put glue on. Ooh, I am kind of wondering if maybe, just maybe, we should do this as a craft along. I could get some kits together. We could do this as a craft along, and then you guys could also make these. Because I think it's actually not going to be really super difficult to do this. I think it is going to be really fun though. So anyways, we do have these available if you are wanting this as a bundle, because it will make these really cool, completely customizable dimensional flowers. Okay. But I might actually look to do this as a craft along, because I think this could be a really, really fun thing to do. All right, next up, I have one paper pad here, and this one is also from Studio Light. Okay, so this one has 36 sheets. Seems like a pretty good amount. They are single-sided. It says designer paper pad, but they are still that kind of thin cardstock weight, so a little more than the paper weight. So kind of like the weight of those pads we just talked about at the beginning. $9.99 for this pad. So it looks like you get 2 of each design. So this is sort of like what I would consider maybe like a shabby chic floral design. Could you do me a favor? Would you bring over those dots from yesterday? The enamel dots? Okay. Like, ooh, that's a fun one. It's actually a cream colored, like a dark cream colored script. This paper, you guys, is really pretty. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What do you think? What's your guess? I think so. Bam! Look at this. Hey, you gotta look. Yeah, they're not even the same company. But, like, how likely were we to have found random light coral pink colored rhinestone or glitter dots? Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. And then you have some fussy cut elements. Now, if you don't love fussy cutting, well, sorry. If you like to fussy cut, but find that you sometimes struggle a little, these ones are actually really nice because, let me zoom in for you. They have this thin white line around the edge, okay? Now that thin white line is basically your guide for fussy cutting. So that means when you go to look at, say, this one, which is a little bit more complicated, just follow the white line. You don't have to get into all of that foliage and stuff like that. Just follow the white line. They've done basically all of the hard work for you. And it makes fussy cutting so much easier to have that little border. I think I was talking about that yesterday. I'm really enamored with these matte. Yay! Nice wood pattern. And there you go. So great price on the paper. And then the enamel dots, if you missed it yesterday, these guys are $5.50. And you get, I don't know, gobs? Is gobs an appropriate measurement? I have no, oh, it says 186. That seems like gobs. Okay. Lastly, I love it. We have a new collection from Ciao Bella Inn called Morning in Provence. Okay, so as with this release, we haven't had Ciao Bella Inn for just a little bit, so I do want to kind of review how these are laid out because it is a little confusing sometimes. Okay, so they have different paper packs. I'm pretty sure there was no open stock with this release. I'm not actually sure if they're doing that anymore. A lot of our international companies are not doing open stock papers anymore, which is, it is what it is. So we have two different 12 by 12 paper packs. Then we have the 8 by 8 paper pack that is the same but smaller, I believe. We're going to double check that, as one of the 12 by 12s. And then we have this one called the Creative Pad. So with the Creative Pad, this is where you get all of these fabulous embellishments. Ooh, thank you. Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, let's go through the main papers and then we will kind of talk about the other ones. So, or not the main papers, but the 12 by 12s, okay? So for the 12 by 12s, we have this, what I would call the main pad. It's called the paper pad. Then the other one's called the patterns pad, okay? So either when you request one of these, let me know which one you want for sure. Or when you come in, just be cautious because they look fairly similar, but they're different, okay? So the paper pad has 12 papers in it. The patterns pad has 8 papers in it, and they're different. So really, it's kind of one of those where they sort of go hand in hand, but all right, so this one is the paper pad, 12 by 12 paper pad. And as a lot of these companies are doing now, you have some nice paper on the backside. And you get one of each sheet in here, I believe. So if purple is your thing, I mean, you guys, this is so gorgeous. Just look at that little bit of just roughage? No, not roughage. That's not quite the word I want. Sounds like a daily fiber intake. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. Okay. And then, so this is the lavender fields. And we're always looking for stuff for lavender here, but there isn't a ton of stuff out. So if you have some lavender scrapbooking you like to do, or like to put that in your card making, this could be a really, really good set to pick up. It is, I'm just trying to give you guys a idea of what these, how pretty is that, right? Then you got a nice green dot. Actually, the green dot, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the green dot actually almost, oh, it's coming through really well. It's like on almost like a canvas print or something. So, okay. And this one actually has some more cut aparts, or you could use it as a whole sheet, but that side, oh, these are wow. And then this one is your fussy cut sheet. But if you don't want a fussy cut, you've got gorgeous paper on the back side and a nice little fence. Now, and if you are like, say, scrapbooking, you know, our lavender fields here, if you don't want the French part, that's where you put your title, right? I mean, it just, this will be beautiful for a scrapbook. And then this is your last one. Nope, not, just kidding, not your last one. All right, so, and then we have what I would refer to as a good wood. I always love it when we get to use that. All right, so let me try and get this back in going the right direction. Okay, so that's the main paper pad. Now, that one is $15.50 for the 12 sheets. And then that same one, I say this, no, just kidding. Not the same. What? No, I don't remember this sheet. Is it? No, I don't remember that sheet either. I'm not, oh yeah, I do. Okay, here's the deal. I don't know that these are actually identical. I see some of the same patterns, but, oh, okay. I got it now, friends. I got it. I think the 8x8 pulls in a smaller size some papers from both of these, because like I was looking at this clocks one, right? But that one is going to be in, this is in the patterns pad, not the paper pad. So it looks like the 8x8 paper pad has some from both. And for those of you guys that are not familiar with this brand, these guys are out of Italy. And they have some really, really gorgeous designs. And we kind of laugh, you know, sometimes some of our international manufacturers, when they put, they'll pick something like Mintay has this, if you've been watching the videos, we got it in a while ago. And I actually got it for the B sides, but the front sides was like berries, like raspberries, blueberries, and cats. And so, but the back side was like wood for, you know, in 4th of July type summer colors. I don't know, it's funny. So anyways, you've got this is the back side of the cover sheet, and then you've got your little letter tiles there if you want to use those for spelling things out. And I think this is probably the same pattern that was in the purple of the other one. Wow, that is just stunning. Absolutely. This color palette is really, really gorgeous. I love this. Oh, yep. Okay. And then we have some ephemera and a nice, I don't know, what do you call that? Damask type pattern or something. 6x6s. Maybe a 9x6, something like that. Not quite a 6x6 because of the white border. So a little bit less. These are pretty. The ruler's right here. I could get it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in one of their paper pads. Okay, you guys, I'm digging it. Even this side is great. All right, let's talk about this because what a fun bonus. Okay, so this one is a fuzzy cut sheet, right? But if I were you, I would also grab my X-Acto knife and my glass mat, which oddly we'll talk about that in a second, because when you fussy cut this guy out, okay, put it on the glass mat, cut out the circle, the shape here and the shape here, and your little slot, you guys, that makes a little, like a little bag. How cute is that? Ah, so fun. I didn't know that. Okay. Do I seem like I'm overreacting a little? Probably. Okay. And then this one is going to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided box. Yep. And that's your lid. Okay. So, wow, that is fun, fun, fun. Oh, I love that. All right. What a nice surprise. And then another wood and some patterns. Okay. I'm going to put this one on the outside so that you guys can see that in the packaging. Because I'm finding that to be very exciting. All right. Let me put these guys back in before I lose it. And then we'll take a look at the others. I'm not going to go through the 8x8 with the Ciao Bellas because we've looked at all the papers for it. But with the Ciao Bellas, they have a little picture of the papers on the front. Now, that being said, oh, there it is, the little pictures of the box. So, you know, I don't think those were available for me to see when I ordered it, though. Okay, last up. Oh, that one. Hang on a minute, I'm all over the place. $11.50 on this pad right here, okay? This one. These guys are awesome. So this is one each of 9 double-sided papers. These are an A4, so similar to our 8.5 by 11. You've got $10.99 on these. This one has basically gobs of what I would consider like to be, you know, your embellishments, your ephemera, that kind of stuff. But it also, as far as I know, has some solid pattern, or not solids, but patterns that you can use too. So this is the back side of the cover sheet. You've got cut apart tags with a nice little pattern on the back side. If you want just a smidgen of the line, this one or maybe the 8x8 is a good idea because this one gives you lots of that and some of the patterns. But you, well, let's see. I don't know. You may not have all of the like iconic paper patterns that you get in the other ones, but you definitely get what I would consider to be the B-side patterns. And so lots of tags. Really pretty though. Okay, that's your, oh, maybe damask. You've got a wood, which is great. And then this is probably your sheet of 3x4s with a little pattern, and then your little vase jars and another set of cut aparts. So with this one, you have some solids, some B-side solids. You also have some things that you can cut apart. They always have cut aparts for their embellishments as far as I know. I don't think I've actually seen packs of like die cuts from them. So this is how you would get that collection. All right, now I'm kind of excited. We have not had glass mats in store for a while. And, oh, I don't know why I just had it right and then turned it upside down. Okay, so this one is the new, I need a, ooh, oh, thank goodness that was empty. Ooh, need a little more room. Okay, and hang on a minute. More room that way. All right. So this, my friends, is the glass mat from Studio Light, and it is magnetic. So it will work just like a glass mat. Go figure. But it also has magnets, so you can hold stuff in place if you need to. Okay. Coming. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to get it out of the box here so that we can take a look at it. Oop, I lost one of the feet in there. There it is. Hang on a minute. It's in there. It's in there. Okay. So I don't really think these are the feet, actually. They're more of the protectors. Ooh, fun. Okay. So typically I think you will, yeah, these are just the protector corners that I was trying to dig out of the box for when you have it in shipping so that it stays protected. It actually has, wow, say hello. Oh, I can see myself, but all you guys see is my boobs. That's funny. Okay, so it does have some feet on it, so you can just take those off and throw it away, but it also comes with these strong little magnets. Okay, and I would put some washi tape on them so you have a grip, but what this is going to be fun for is, check this out. Boop, boop. So I can line my stuff up because I have a grid. It is white, which means I can see all of the colors. Okay, I have measurements here. Okay, now mind you, this is an international brand. I'm just looking at these. So inches are here. Okay, so depending on how you measure, you may want to measure from this way. But you guys, even so, you still have your A2. It's right here. Let me, okay, now that I have this out of the box, let me take this down just a little bit so that you can actually see what's going on. Okay, so you have different sizes, and these are the inches that we tend to use. And so you've got your A2 here, which is standard. I don't have even an A2. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. So what I would do is I would say, let's say I was going to be doing something. Just have to find my, oh, this isn't A2, that's why. This is just smaller than an A2. It is 4 inches by about 5 1/4. Okay. So, but let's just say that I wanted to do some kind of a thing on here. Okay, so I could take, this is just a quick example. This really isn't anything to write home about, right? But I can then take whatever my inks are. Oop, hold on. I'm trying not to actually get it dirty yet, but, and I can put things on here. I can hold them in place if I want to, okay? And then when I go to take it off, you can see that we've had that. So the magnets are helpful for certain things. Some people like to use them for, hi Diane, you know, holding your stencils in place if you have the Windy Vecchi metal art station. Hello. That one has a magnetic ruler that goes with it, but I do kind of wonder, hey, could you bring me over that magnetic ruler? Is it up there with you? Huh? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I have this magnetic ruler that's been with me for a while. And then let's see how this guy will work. Is it gonna stick? No. He may just not be strong enough. Okay, so he's not really strong enough, so I would say no to that guy. But on the other hand, whether you use the magnet part or not, I'm not sure, honestly, what a lot of people are using magnets for, but at any rate, it's a pretty good mat, and it is yay big. So you've got a 12 by 12 workspace specifically with a grid. You have a palette over here. Everything's white. It's not a huge mat for your space. So you've got like 17¼ inches by 13¼ So really it is pretty well sized. Tim's big one is this white mat that's underneath this guy is designed to fit on top of Tim's. So you can see that his is significantly longer. But this one is only $45.99. So it's a great price for an all white mat if you are somebody who likes to be able to definitely see like the color mixing and things like that. Okay, so these are now in stock. We haven't had them for a while, but they are now in stock. And I do love using a glass mat a lot of times with my like X-Acto knife stuff, just because it can make it easier to cut. Okay. So let me turn this over and put the magnets back. Hello. It is really, really reflective. Here's what is all going on at the store. All right. Oh, you guys can't really see. There we go. Oh, all you get to see is the upside down version of the store and the ceiling. But, you know, I guess it's better than not seeing anything. All right. So that's the last thing I had to show you for today. I'm going to do a really quick recap. Oh, I'll just put this back later. Okay. Starting from where I started in the beginning. Again, this is going to be pretty quick. All right, we have 4, and we don't have a ton of these in stock now because they've been selling throughout the day. So, but we will get more. If you decide you want them, definitely let me know so I can make sure we get in the order for enough, because these international companies, sometimes there's plenty and sometimes there's not. Okay, so these are the, I'm not straight, but that's okay. I think you guys can, I don't know. These are the Shades paper pads. And they're paper, but they really are a thin cardstock, okay? So you get 36 sheets, 18 different colors because of front and back. You can see all of the colors right there, okay? And they say 4 of each color, but that's because every 2 colors is the same paper, just flipped, so that you can see all the colors. Only $8.50. So we have blue, we have green, pink, and brown. I'm going to check if there's other colors, but I'm really, really excited to see these. They are a nice paper. They are thinner than some of the others, but being able to have that many shades of anything is freaking awesome. Then also, we have, these are the patterned paper pads. Same price, $8.50. You get 36 sheets. I mean, just that alone is really good. The back sides are solid. The front sides have great little patterns, and so they're not overpowering. At the moment, we have shades of blue and shades of pink. There might be other ones, but I'd have to go look. Okay, then we got in some goodies from, oh, actually, before we moved on to those, I only got singles of these because I needed to see what they looked like before we decided one way or the other. So there are other colors of these brushes as well. $14.99 for 6 shaded brushes. So these could, now you could set brushes aside for your oxides. Yay! Or you could have them set for your blending sets. So right now I have the turquoise and the pinks in. And if you guys want these, please, please, please let me know, because I have to go find what the other colors are. But I want to make sure that if we're going to bring stuff in, I just had to make sure that was water. That it is actually useful for you guys, because I think this is a pretty awesome concept and the price is fabulous. Okay, so then we had a couple of cool stamps from the Grunge collection from Studio Light. So we have the one called Natural, which is kind of like log slices, and then the one called Fern Background. Those guys are $10.99 a piece. Then we also have, these guys are only $8.50. This one called Vintage Labels, and then this one called Grunge Elements, and this one has a very, very cool book, a little stripe background pattern, some script. I mean, this one has a lot of stuff, but that book is really cool. Okay, and then we got 3, these are 5.5, I believe is what I measured before. Yeah, 5.5 by 5.5 square clear backgrounds. These ones are only $9.99. Okay, so but with these types of stamps, I tend to use, I would probably go towards the VersaFine Clair type of an ink, just because you know you're going to get a better coverage. So and then for reference, because like a made in the US size of this stamp is about $19.99, give or take. So this one at $9.99 is a really good value for the size of the stamp. Okay, then we got 2 dies, and I did kind of go into more detail about these earlier. So the Denim Pocket and the ATC Card Pocket. Both are $18.99 a piece. Then this one, which I'm kind of excited to try. This is the Floral Pop-Up Bundle. It has a stamp and it has a die, and it's going to create florals that you can color, but that will pop out of the middle of a card. Like, so fun, right? Okay, this beautiful paper pack. We did go through all of the papers earlier. Okay, you get 36 8x8 sheets, $9.99. And these guys from yesterday look fabulous with this. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Oh, or even better there. You can really see the color. This is a really nice match. So if you didn't grab these from yesterday, we have a handful left, $5.50. Go really well with this one. And lastly, we have the Ciao Bella. So the paper pad, which is 12 of the 12, wait, 12 by 12s, blah, blah, blah. And this is like got the main images, kind of some of those bigger things. This one is $15.50, and the patterns pad, which has 1 each of 8 double-sided papers, that one is $11.50. This is the one that had the surprise box, which I was kind of like blah about earlier. We have the 8x8 paper pad. This has 12 sheets in it. And when we're kind of looking through, it has a mix of both of these. So I think it's more of the main pad, but I think there's some of that patterns in here too, because I see that clock. And that one's $10.99 for the 8x8. And then the creative pad, which is A4, you have 9 double-sided sheets, cool B-sides, and then the front sides have lots of cut-aparts and fun things that you can turn into embellishments. That one is $10.99. And then lastly is this very cool glass mat that can also work as a mirror, you know, if you needed to. $45.99, and it is magnetic, but it's also white. It has inches, it has your card sizes on here, basically everything you need. And it is a pretty portable size if that were, you know, an issue. So anyways, you guys, that's what I got to show you for today. So thank you. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hold on. I can't get the stop button. Hang on. I'll just put some pretty paper in front of this, and I will have to. There we go.